Good morning. It's 9:30, Sunday morning, beautiful day. We are here to practice some yoga with a focus on back bends. So if you suffer with a stiff back in the morning, I know I sometimes do, there's going to be something in here for you, but just a word of caution. If you feel over pinching in the lower back area, ease off, listen to your body. So let's begin with some slow breathing. You can close down your eyes if you're comfortable to do so. First of all, come to a comfortable seated position, legs crossed, or you can extend your legs out in front of you. You could sit on a block. In fact, I would advise for this practice to have a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, you could use just a thick, hard back book. So starting off in a comfortable seated position. Think about both sit bones evenly pressed into your yoga mat. Sit up nice and tall. Think about the crown of your head lifted towards the ceiling. And place your hands in a comfortable place, either on your knees or in your lap. And we're just going to focus a few moments on arriving in our practice through our breath. And the breath helps us come to that present moment. So take a deep breath in through the nose, open the mouth, and just exhale. Now begin to breathe in and out just through the nose, consciously breathing into the belly, feeling that expand, then the ribs, then the chest. And as you exhale, feel the chest, ribs, and belly draw in. So let's just do that in our own time. Try to make the breath audible. This can also help you arrive in that present moment. Try to make each inhale as long and as smooth as the exhale. Notice the pause between each breath. Taking a few more moments, arriving in our practice and focusing on our breath. Take one more breath in. If your eyes are closed, open them now. So if you're sitting on a block or any sort of prop, remove that now. We're going to start by coming into a child's pose. So come always on your mat. Take your toes, draw them together at the back of your mat. Take your knees nice and wide. And then just walk your hands down and rest your head on the mat. If it's difficult for you to get there, you can make a pillow with your fists and rest your head like so. Alternatively, you could get one of your blocks or books. Press your hips towards your heels. This is a nice little decompression for the spine as we begin practice today. Using that breath, breathe in to the back of your heart, the back of your ribs. Taking 3 smooth breaths here. Really nice. On your next inhale, push into those forearms and come up into a tabletop position. In a tabletop position, make sure that your shoulder is stacked directly over your wrists. Also, in yoga, I like to think of this is a great support in yoga. So always spread your fingers super wide, not leaving your fingers closed. In yoga, we call this Hasta Bandha, hand lock. So make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide on your yoga mat. Shoulders are over wrists, hips are over your knees. Keep your neck long. We're going to come into some cat and cows. So we're going to draw our tailbone up first, drop our belly, and think about drawing our chest through the gateway of our arms, gaze up. This is on the inhale. And as we exhale, we draw our tailbone down. We draw our navel in towards our spine and we drop our gaze to our knees. Let's do that a few times. So inhale, drop belly, lift tailbone, bring the chest through. And then exhale as you drop your tailbone. Draw navel towards your spine. Really push the floor away, rounding the back. Inhale, lift tailbone, drop belly, pull the chest through. Gaze up. Exhale, come into that angry cat pose as you push the floor away and round through the back. Excellent. Come into a neutral tabletop position so our back's nice and straight. We are coming in to thread the needle now. First of all, we do a little mobility with our back. So bring your right hand to your right temple. We're going to inhale and take our elbow up towards the ceiling. And we're going to exhale, tapping that elbow down to our yoga mat. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you tap down. Inhale, come up. And this time take the arm away and reach up towards the ceiling. Really reach up. You can look at that hand. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that arm underneath the left, bring our shoulder down, bring our temple down, and drawing, I'll turn around the other way, and drawing our left hand towards our face. You can press into that left palm just to give yourself a little further twist in your thread the needle pose. Now breathe. Relaxing into this posture. On your next inhale, press into that left hand to draw your right arm back up. Reach up one more time. Then place that hand back down. Come back into tabletop position. And we're going to do that on the other side. Ooh. Recording. I'm just checking I'm still recording because it seems to have switched off. Okay, let's go to the other side. Left hand to left temple. Let's inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. On the next inhale, unravel that arm, reach up. And then exhale, thread the needle. Come onto your left temple, left shoulder. I'll turn around. You don't need to turn around. I'm just showing you. Press into your right hand and take a few breaths here. Okay, on your next inhale, press into that right hand, reversing, or travel back the way you can. And then bring that hand back down into tabletop position. From here, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. Again, spread your fingers nice and wide. From your tabletop, just walk your hand through forward a few inches. Tuck your toes behind you. And then just lift your knees off of the mat. You can feel an engagement in the core. Then start to send your hips up towards the ceiling. Always start with a deep bend in the knees. Press into your fingertips. Press into your knuckles. This helps to keep the weight off of your wrists. You can walk your downward dog, so you can press your heels towards the mat, one by one. Keep breathing. Just relax your head. Think about lengthening the spine. And then come to a still downward dog. Again, you don't have to have your heels on the mat. You can have a deep bend in your knees. Just remember to use that breath. Look forward between your hands. We're going to walk up towards those hands. Your hands might come off of the floor. And then release the head down in a forward fold. Again, you can have a deep bend in your knees. Place your hands wherever it's comfortable to do so. This is just giving our back a nice decompression. Relax your head. You might like to take your elbows and hold onto them. This weights your forward fold just a bit deeper. Use that breath. Now we're going to press into our feet and rise up on a big inhale, lifting, inhaling, lifting. And the hands touch, and then just bring them into heart center. From at the top of our mat, we're going to go through some half sun salutations. Again, this brings a nice decompression to the back and also brings a little heat into the body, part of our warm-up. So on an inhale, we'll take a big lift of those arms. You can touch your hands together and gaze up at them. Exhale, flow down, take a bend in those knees. Hands either onto the floor or wherever's comfortable. Bring your hands onto your shins. On an inhale, take this flat back. So we're stretching our back out, gazing down on the floor. Exhale as we fold. Press into the feet and inhale as you. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to your chest. Again, inhale, lift, look up, touch those hands. Always take a little baby back bend here, which gaze up. And then exhale as you fold down over those legs. Inhale, come into that flat back. Exhale as you fold. Press into those feet, bend those knees, push into that floor with those feet. Rise up. And then bring your hands back into heart center. We'll just flow through that one more time. So on an inhale, lift, baby back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you lift, pushing the floor away. Bring those hands to touch. And then exhale, hands come into heart center. Now just take your feet a little wider apart. Take an inhale up. And as you exhale, just bring your hands behind your back and clasp them together. Pull those hands past your tailbone. Draw your shoulders together at the back. We're opening up in our chest here and gaze up. A little bit of a deep back bend, standing back bend. And as we exhale, bend the knees. Bring the chest down. And let those hands come to wherever feels comfortable. Giving our shoulders a nice deep stretch in this forward fold. Keep breathing deeply. Let's take a few breaths in. On your next exhale, just release those hands, place them on the mat and step back so you're in a plank position. Push your heels back. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Engage through the core. Now you can drop your knees at this point. Come forward slightly. Draw your elbows in towards your chest. And then we're going to come into our little back bend sequence, which is mainly on the floor. So the first thing we're going to come into is a cobra pose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And we're going to bring our elbows into our side ribs, unfurl back toes. There's an engagement through the glutes. And as you inhale, lift the chest. Engage belly. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And try and keep your neck long, rather than throwing your neck back. We're going to take a few breaths here. And then release down. Make a little pillow with your hands in front of you, flowing your elbows out. Rest your head and then just shake your hips from side to side. Let's just take our cobra pose again. Shoulders come under hands come under our shoulders, elbows in towards our ribs, and on a big inhale, lift through the chest. Shoulders away from this. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, release. This time, press into your hands. Come back into that child's pose that we did at the beginning of our class. It feel really nice on your low back. One more deep breath in. And then come back forward onto your mat. Next little back bend today is a Sphinx pose. So elbow is directly under our shoulder for this one. Both arms parallel. Remember those hands always spread nice and wide, Hasta Unfurl the back feet so your feet are pressing into your mat. And on an inhale, press into those elbows, lift the chest. It's as if you're drawing the chest through the gateway of your arms. Keep breathing. It's as if you're drawing those, think about really pushing into those elbows and drawing the elbows in, keeping that engagement and never compromising the breath. Chest lifted. Slow, smooth breath. Now, if this is, if you wanted to take a little deeper, you could spread your hands out towards the corners of your yoga mat, press into those hands and come off of your elbows. This is called seal pose, a bit of a deeper back bend. Keep the neck long. Again, don't throw the neck back. Almost tuck your chin. And take a few breaths here. Remember, if there's any pinching, any discomfort, take it back. Come back into your Sphinx pose. Shoulders away from ears, neck long. breath, keeping you in this present moment. And on your next exhale, if you're in your seal pose, bring your elbows back down, pass back through the Sphinx pose, flare elbows out, come into that rest pose and just shake your hips from side to side. Releasing. Next yoga posture we're going to be doing is called locust, which is a little bit more challenging. We're going to be bringing our hands down by our sides, keeping our neck long, and that we will lift our chest and our legs off the mat at the same time. So go to wherever feels comfortable. You will be pressing your hips and your belly in towards the yoga mat, stretching your arms away from you to lift your chest and then lift your legs so you're engaging through your glutes. Again, keep your gaze, your drishti in yoga towards your yoga mat so your neck is long. And then take a few breaths in your locust pose. This pose will build back strength. Another deep breath here and then release. Hands underneath the shoulders, push back. Let's take child's pose. Well done. The next pose we're going to be doing is going to be a bridge pose. For this, there's options. You can use your yoga brick. You could use a couple of hardback books. Bring your feet flat onto the floor with your knees bent, and then gently roll down onto your back. Draw your feet in towards your seat. If you take your hands down by your side, you should be able to feel the back of your heels. You're going to press into your feet and lift your tailbone coming onto your shoulders. Take your block either on the lowest setting or the second highest setting, and then place it underneath the sacrum, that fused area at the low part of your spine. Keeping on your shoulders, let your shoulders just roll away. You can take your arms to the sides and face your palms up towards the ceiling. Don't turn your head in this posture, just keep the neck long, looking up towards the ceiling. This is really relaxing, really comfortable. Let's take a few deep breaths here. If you don't have any low back pain and you want to take this a little deeper, you could extend both legs to the end of your yoga mat. Opening up through the front of the hip area. See if you can take your breath to that area. Take another deep breath here. If your legs are extended, draw the feet back now. So the soles of your feet are back on your yoga mat. and your knees are bent. On your next inhale, press into those feet, lift the tailbone, and just draw that block, that grip out from underneath you. Turn the palms of your hands down onto the floor beside you, and let's consciously come down vertebrae by vertebrae. Our back in massage as we come down onto our yoga mat, really slowly, really slowly. Once you're down, take both knees and pull them into onto your chest. You might like to give yourself a little rock and roll here, back massage. Hands behind the knees and gently roll yourself back up. It's been quite a lot on our back, but we have a couple more to go through. We have camel pose. For this, we're just going to do a beginner friendly option, but I can show you some more advanced options. Let's come on to our knees. So kneeling with our legs slightly engaged and our glutes engaged. It's best to come onto your toes here and take the palms of your hands onto your low back. Our shoulders are going to roll towards each other, and we're going to lift our chest and push our hips forward. Again, in this position, don't throw your head back. Try to keep your neck long with your chin slightly tucked. Taking a few breaths here. You could stay here, or you could inhale the right arm up, and as you exhale, you could take hold of one of those heels. Try to keep your hips facing forward. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, come back down. Child's pose, just to release. Next pose we're going to be going through is called a supported fish, which is one of my favorites. You might think similar to your supported bridge, but it's focusing more on the chest area. So for this, it's nice to have 2 yoga blocks. We'll set one on its second highest setting, and the second one on its highest setting at the top of your yoga mat. Come long ways with your legs bent, feet flat on the floor. Take hold of this yoga, the first yoga block, and as you come to lie down, think about bringing it between your shoulder blades so you see my chest is opening here. Then take hold of your top yoga block and place it at the nape of your neck. And then just let your arms come out to the side. And we're going to take a few breaths here and really breathe into the area of our heart, our chest. You could take your feet out towards the side and just let your knees rest together, almost like a little teepee. Keep breathing. Another deep breath in. To come out, it's quite important you draw your elbows in towards your back ribs. Take the palms of your hands, place them on your yoga mat, and then just push yourself up. So our back should be starting to feel nicely released after that sequence, but we have a couple more to go through, which are more forward folds, so counter postures for what we've just done. For our forward folds, you might like to grab a yoga belt. If you don't have a belt, I'm sure you have a tie. Use. So for our forward folds, we can start by sitting on our sit bones, long ways on our mat. Take your tie or your belt and just place it round the balls of your feet. Wrap that belt so you've got some nice tension there. Take a deep breath in as you lift your chest. And on the exhale, just bring your chest forward, coming into a forward fold. No problem having a bend in your knees here. The more flexible that you become, you might be able to walk your heels a little further away from you, just to come a little bit deeper into this forward fold. Keep drawing your chest forward. Breathe into the area of your low back. With each inhale, you can feel yourself growing longer, and with each exhale, you can feel yourself going deeper into your fold. Take another 2 deep breaths in our forward fold. And on your next inhale, slowly rise. Release that belt. Draw your feet back in so your knees are bent. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So take your hands behind you. Remember Hestabandha. Nice and wide to give you lots of support. Press into your feet, press into your hands, and then lift your hips, coming into a reverse tabletop. And then release. For the next couple, you might want to come long ways on your mat, doing a wide leg forward fold. So, have your knees bent. Take a yoga block, because you might need that for your head. You might need 2. Start with your knees bent. Take a big inhale as you lift your chest. And as you exhale, place your hands either side of that block. And then just let your head rest. In time, you might be able to take the bend out of those knees. or lose one of those yoga blocks. Really take some moments here to listen to the breath. You're not just taking in more oxygen, you're hacking your nervous system. One more deep breath before we come in. Inhale and lift. Walk the hands back up, coming up to a seated position. We are going to come into a little side stretch here. We've been moving our spine forward and back. Let's come into a little side flexion here. So take your right leg out and bring the sole of your left foot in towards your thigh, sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just take your hand wherever it's comfortable onto your leg. You might be able to reach your toes and take the left arm up over the top of the head. Keep your sit bone, left sit bone on the mat, and you'll feel a nice stretch from your hip all the way through the sides of your body and through your armpit. Keep breathing. You can take your hand and rest it on your head if your arm's heavy. Also think about drawing your chest up towards the ceiling. Don't let it dip down. We want to be open. And we want to breathe into the left rib, left lung. Excuse me. Your ribs are opening. You're breathing into your lung. One more deep breath in. And on your next exhale, windmill that left arm up over the top of your head and just drop the palm, that wide Hasta Bandha, onto the mat by your hip. Come onto that knee. I'm just going to take a big stretch over to the left-hand side. Press the sole of your right foot onto the mat. Feel length from your right foot to the fingertips of the right hand. We call this wild thing. One more breath here. And then release. Let's do that on the other side. Left leg extends. Sole of the right foot comes in towards the left thigh. Sit up nice and tall and inhale. As you exhale, take your hand to wherever's comfortable. You might be able to reach the toes. You might just rest it on the floor, but just think about lifting and opening through the right side of the body. Rest that hand on your head if you need to. Keep sit bone down. Keep chest lifted. One more deep breath here. On your next inhale, windmill that hand all the way over. Drop the hand down by your right hip. Press into the sole of your left foot. come onto your right knee and take that wild thing on the other side. And then release, come down, well done. Move these palms. We're going to come down onto our backs now. So bend your knees and just roll down onto your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Take the soles of your feet and send them up towards the ceiling. Hold on to either sides of your legs, sides of your feet, and think about drawing those knees in towards your armpits. This is called happy baby. Hold on to wherever is comfortable. But draw the knees down and keep as much of your spine on the mat. So don't let your tailbone lift up. Think about drawing it down. Taking a few breaths in. Take the left leg now and pop that back down onto the yoga mat and take your right ankle across that left knee. So you've got this figure 4. You could stay here. You're getting a little stretch in your right hip. Or you can take the left foot off of the mat and just hold onto the back of that leg, coming into a deeper stretch here. Try to keep your shoulders and your head on the mat. And you can give that a little squeeze in towards the chest. This is a reverse pigeon pose. Should feel really nice on the hip. One more deep breath in. And then on your next exhale, just release that foot back down. Come back into that happy baby with both legs running towards your chest, flexing the feet, sending them up towards the ceiling, maybe taking a little rock. Bring those knees in towards the armpits. Release that right leg down. Sole of the foot comes down onto the mat, knee bend. And then your ankle crosses. So left ankle onto your right knee. You could stay here. This is perfectly fine. You want to go a little deeper. Take the sole of the foot off the mat. Clasp behind that right knee. Keep shoulders and head down. Maybe pull in. Nice gentle pull. Opening up through the left hip this time. Reverse pigeon pose. Recline pigeon pose. And then release. Now keep the right knee bent and extend the left leg. This is like, now you're going to bring the knee up. Take your left hand onto the side of your right knee. Keep your right shoulder on the mat and take a supine twist. So we're going to pull that right knee across our body and take it to wherever feels comfortable. Keep both shoulders on the mat. We don't want to be rolling over to the left-hand side. We're getting this nice twist through the spine. The back's done a lot of work today. If it's comfortable for you to do so, you can turn your gaze down to your right hand. Inhale and look up if you've turned your gaze. And then bring the leg back over. Just realign yourself. Extend your right leg. Left knee bent. Take your right hand and draw it over the body. Supine twist now to the right. Keep your shoulder down. Take a few breaths here. You can turn your gaze. And on your next inhale, look up. Come up. Roll up. We have one more. This one is called banana asana, which we will do lying on our backs. First of all, just come straight on your mat and then take both feet over towards the right corner of your mat. Lift your hips up and just shift your hips over to the left. And then take both arms up to the right corner of your yoga mat. So if you look down on yourself, you're like a banana shape. Again, this is with lateral flexion for the spine. You could stay just here, or you could cross your left ankle over the right. You could take your right hand, hold onto your left wrist, taking it a little deeper. A few moments here to breathe. And on your next exhale, release the bind, the grasp if you had any. Come back through center. And then shift your feet to the left corner of your yoga mat, your hips to the right. And take your arms above your head and send them to the left corner of your yoga mat. Banana asana to the left. Remember, if I was looking down, you would be in this banana shape. Option, cross ankle, or hold on to your wrist and breathe. And on your next exhale, come back to center. Take your knees into your chest. Hands on knees and squeeze them towards your chest. Lift your head and your shoulders off your yoga mat. And then squeeze everything in towards the midline. Really tight. Keep breathing. We're going to come into Shavasana, where we take full rest. So after this last little squeeze, relax everything down. Take your legs, extend them, lay your feet onto the corners of your yoga mat. Release your arms away from your body with your palms facing up. Relax everything down to the yoga mat. Lift your head up slightly, tuck your chin. This just to extend the cervical spine. And then take a few moments here to absorb your yoga practice. Well done. Listen to the breath. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Draw your legs together at the end of your yoga mat and then stretch your arms up over the top of your head. Take a full body stretching. Draw your knees into your chest one last time, holding onto those knees and really slowly, really gently roll onto your right hand side. Maybe keeping your eyes closed for a moment. When you're ready to do so, come back up to a comfortable seated position. You can again use your yoga block, grip, either crossing your legs, kneeling, or with your legs straight out in front of you. So we're going to take another couple of deep breaths as we lift and exhale. Lift, inhale, exhale. Inhale. And on your next exhale, inhale, and I'll say namaste. And this is the end of class, which is focused mainly on our backs. Today, your back should be feeling a little less tension, a little relief. And thank you for joining. My name's Jackie, and I might see you again. Thank you. Bye.